Hello again. As you can see, I'm in my lab coat, which means I am in full science mode today. If we understand the tools that we're working with and we know how to leverage those tools, then we can get predictable results and have successful services. So I went to my local beauty supply store. I actually went to a couple of them and tried to find all the small amounts of lightener that I could get, like in the little envelopes. I just happened to have a little container of Lightmaster, and so I went to find all the small containers I could, so maybe I could, not spend all my money on this video. I got some Pulp Riot Lightener, Pravana, Joico Blonde Life, TG, well as Blondor. So my goal today is to mix all of these lighteners according to manufacturer's recommendations, process all of them for about an hour, and compare and see if any of these lighteners has given me a lighter result than another, and see how well they all perform stacked up next to each other. I'm gonna mix each one of these lighteners with 20 volume developer. But for today, as a control, we're just comparing the lightener, and we're gonna use the same cream developer in all of them. Gotta roll those sleeves up, make them look nice. And I will be weighing everything to ensure accuracy and make sure that I'm only using small amounts of product. So if matrix is 1 to 2, I think we can get away with 5 grams of lightener. This one's my Pravana. Right away, consistency-wise, very, very similar to the Lightmaster, although this one seems to be a slightly purpler color, slightly more purple than the Lightmaster, and maybe a little bit, just a slightly creamier texture. Definitely the strongest smelling was the Blonde Life, and with a slight, maybe grapey fragrance, was the TG. Let's get this show on the road. Definitely a lot more like frosting. Feels a little bit more like a freehand lightener. Now that the Pravana's had a little time to set up, it is still looser than my other ones, but it feels like it would still be grippy enough. Strangely, the wateriest, most watery one feeling so far is my Blonde Life. Still definitely the strongest smelling. Okay, correction. TG is the most watery one. All right, so it is 12:20 right now. We'll be back at 1:20. So let's take a look and see what we're looking at. What do you guys think? Do they all look pretty similar, or are they looking wildly different? If anything, I feel like the one with my lightest mixing ratio, the 1 to 1.5 Pulp Riot, is looking like maybe it has not lifted as much as the rest. And we've gotten fairly good lift with 20 volume over the last hour. I'm not sure the temperature of this room, but it's not cold or hot. Let's put these away. I put them all in a plastic bag because even when exposed to air, the moisture in the air can cause lightener to start losing effectiveness. So I tried to seal these up really well so that I can play with them again another day, or maybe later this afternoon. So we'll just save those for later. Let's go shampoo these out and see if we can really tell the difference. Any guesses as to which one is which? When I'm looking at these, it looks like pretty clearly this one has turned out darker than the rest. And then I don't know, every time I move this one around, it seems lighter. All of these look pretty close to me, although I think a clear front runner is going to be this one with a close second here, and a clear last place is this one, with these ones kind of all in the same neighborhood. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a black and white filter on the above view camera so we can really take a look, because black and white cameras don't see tone, they just see lightness and darkness. So I might be able to get a even more decisive look at our winner through black and white. But let's take a look and see which ones are which. I've folded and stapled these so they're not so thin, it's easier to see the tone that we actually came up with. And I really, man, it's hard to tell. I feel like this one is down here. That one's there. I don't know. This is just in my lighting here. I'm wondering what it looks like on camera. But there we have Joico, Pulp Riot, Matrix, Wella, Pravana, and TG. It's hard to say about these ones in the middle, but I think Joico definitely came out on top, whereas TG definitely came down on the bottom. For the most part, I think the results for all of them are fairly similar, with Joico by a hair. See what I did there? Well, thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you learned anything new. I definitely discovered a few things. Leave any comments or questions. Thanks again.